Yo, who's at the door? Can somebody get that? It's tournament exclusive. All right.
Yo, I'm trying to commentate. Let me in.
Hang on.
Yeah. Oh, can you like open the window?
Hang on. Let's talk to him at the door. Let's be reasonable about this. Who do you know here?
I don't know. They just asked. They needed an 8 p.m. guy.
APM guy. Okay, yeah. We got plenty of problems going on here in the Casa. You can fix with that APM. None of the problems are the caliber of play we're about to witness between BBW Messiah and Third Wheel PC. You know what? You may be API guy, but why don't you just take a seat right here at the commentary corner here in the Casa, and we'll forget about those guys at the door who didn't let you in. The grand Greek pillars of the Casa may be intimidating. It might feel like an exclusive club sometimes, but anyone on the internet is welcome to watch this Street Fighter V action tonight. Here we have Abigail and Gil being played by Messiah and Third Wheel PC respectively. Messiah, a regular here on Casa. Abigail specifically has a 9-foot doorway constructed only in the front, right outside the Greek fraternity pillars, where we were just standing. And Gil can come in anytime. Our Casa landlord is a big fan of the character.
He's a legacy.
And definitely a legacy pick, right? He got in full ride despite having no athletic or sport ability. I mean, he sure looks like he could be an Olympic athlete, but I don't think he's paying for his tuition here. And matching colors too from the both of them. Black and yellow, black and gold, kind of the theme colors for the game. These two know what they're doing coming in here, and they're going to demonstrate that for us. We're going to learn what they're doing as the set goes on. Here we
Yeah, as you can see, the Gil is just fresh from the spa here, so he still has some of like different kinds of mud treatment going on, covering all over his bodies and everything, which is just great because, you know, no matter what kind of opponents or what kind of fight you have, you know, you always make sure you take time to exfoliate.
That's right. And Abigail, playing in a robot costume, potentially actually a robot here, has no knowledge of skincare routines or exfoliation, so he has a lot to learn here tonight, and he might have a chance if he only gives Third Wheel a chance to live, but Messiah will not be doing that today. Has no intentions to. Third Wheel, though, low profile to jump in. Has to
you bring
up
a corner. Oh, wait, empty jump low. I'm liking it, you know, and you bring up a great point there, Mr. Business, how he's bringing out this robotic outfit. Seems a bit inspired by Bumblebee. Oh, there goes an activation to Lariat. Not a lot of damage, though. That barely tickled.
Barely tickled. However, there are some fire effects over here on Abigail, meaning Retribution is nearby. We just need to see a shoulder. That was the ice shoulder. Done a little late, but you can see the intention is to trigger a Retribution combo from across the screen. Messiah riding all the life, a little bit of gray life. The Third Wheel has a long way to go to start a comeback, and there's no trigger to do it now, and only 30 seconds on the clock. What a long round one we've seen so far.
He really has to get something down there. Oh, anti-air parry. Risky. Oh, tried to parry again, but it's 2 hits. He double dipped.
Similar deal. I wonder if Gil can cancel his V skill into another V skill. You know, block in the block, as we like to say for that move, and maybe parry both of them into crouch heavy punch. That could be something he learned. Second time's the charm, right?
You know, you could also neutral jump that and get a full punish.
That's
fucking maximum damage. Much more rewarding. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, adaptation. But I'm just saying the neutral jump would have punished a lot more.
It's a little bit tighter of a reaction, and you don't build as much V meter, so depending upon how much V trigger you have in your game plan, you may make a different decision. Third Wheel has had V trigger activation available for a while. Maybe finds one here, looking for Retribution.
Yeah, Messiah's staring through him. Oh, he's stone cold with that nitro run in the fist. A little bit of corner carry there. Oh man, I stopped Yoshimi. None of that. You're going to have to get out of there with that cheap $600 Shimulus check. We ain't checking out on none of that. Got the chain combo. Abigail punches. Do. You know, glad to be here. Very glad to be here. Yeah, whatever the mini bar is here next to the commentary booth, I just raided. So whoever's drink it was, it's mine now.
I see. Yeah.
As BBW Messiah puts one up on the board.
BBW Messiah puts one up on the board. The bros over in the corner.
You're not paying the tab, are you?
No, I'm sure the society that we're a part of, you know, Alpha, Kappa, 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 Sigma, Beta, will be paying for that one. Although,
are there really 3 Kappas though? Is that really going on?
I don't think so, actually. Now that I think about it. I don't think anyone's been able to tell that.
I don't think I don't think that's a trinity you want to be associated with.
It certainly isn't. In retrospect, it very much is not.
Just like that meaty low short, when you always think Abigail's about some other business, he just wants to toe tap on in.
Yeah, right. The big intimidating grappler just taps your toes, but the thing is, there is an 8,000-pound foot unit attached to EVA unit O, whatever he is, so up there. Kind of looks like Iron Tiger.
Well, which one? You think it's a Typo 1, Typo 2?
You know, there's those generic EVAs that exist in the end of Evangelion movie that just get their asses kicked before getting.
You mean, man, that movie was such a waste of time.
It's the use of time. There's no such thing as waste of time, because if there were wastes of time, I as a fighting game player would be regretful over all the little things I've blabbed with all of my characters in all my years here.
Okay, touche.
And Retribution, finally a big pickup for Gil.
Yeah, but he got greedy with that lariat though. He's really gonna have to get that damage, but no activation there. We would have saw some Juggernaut head crush in action.
You heard Liam O'Brien say "submerge" as he charges forward, continuing to drown in the life deficit, getting punished again.
There goes that activation, but nothing happened. None of the Abigail punches. Can Mr. Third World PC take advantage of this situation here?
He has to find a super combo. He finds it. There it is.
Oh,
God's
he does.
will, and by God's will, I mean mine, because I started speaking about it just about a second and a half before it happened. It's a prophecy. We know Gil to be very obsessed with the prophecy. Colleen's a big supporter of his, too. You in the chat, who rarely see this character, I know you're excited to see this set continue. It's first two for the first few rounds here in Casa, so Third Wheel's playing for their winner's bracket life.
Yeah, let's see if Third Wheel can build anything here off that second impact. Right there, instead of that throw teching, when he sees Messiah walking forward, using the crouching fierce, but now he's back in the corner.
Swinging like his brother with crouch medium punch. Not getting the same level of reward. Similarly to his brother, though. Not able to be punished effectively by Abigail, who struggles so hard with slower normal on his mediums and heavies. Lots of pushback on the light punch means that you can get away with a lot of -4, -5 stuff on him. So feel free to shoulder around with Gil. You know, we've already seen Third Wheel represented quite a bit. Gotta have to represent some defense now, facing potential OP and unblockables. And a full jump punish, crouch heavy punch, retribution. Piece by piece it kills on the last hit. That's a prophecy if I've ever seen one, fulfilled on the 10-hit combo. I believe in the metric system right now after having witnessed that one.
Oh, so you're one Royale with cheese, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mr. Third Wheel was hanging up against the ropes there. Seemed to be facing certain elimination, but able to fight his way back and turn the tide, and even at 1-1 here.
You know, I think Abigail, played by Messiah, might have to call on his own Third Wheel rather than the 2 on his arms. He's got to get V-Skill 2 Tire out to deal with Gil and his army of meteors and retribution. The fact that the prophecy is always working for him and not for Abigail must be hurting his feelings by now. Oh, dashing into a giant flip. Perfect timing for Messiah, reading the fireball. Ice ball.
Wow. Yeah, and that's good damage there. You're able to pull that off. But again, great response to the Nitro run with the crouching fierce. Able to create that juggle situation. That makes good things happen for Abigail, but sorry for Gil, but that armor was just too strong. And then there's no reach on that crouch fierce. Urian players and Gil players hate when that thing lifts.
Yeah, lot of recovery on that one. You lose its cancel ability, which is the most valuable tool. And you're faced in a pretty desperate corner situation where Abigail can almost do nothing and still be beating you. Swatting you like a fly with lights and crouch medium punch. And so Gil, with his uncooked ramen hair, facing straight up, needs to find a lot more than just simple whip punishes. Blocking into a full retribution launcher and corner carry, always getting OP by ending with forward heavy kick. About to secure a stun is Third Wheel, one hit away. And finds
what a punish.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, connecting with the lights too. That definitely resets the damage scale, and you are seeing it in full effect.
Yeah. However, the chip allows Third Wheel to kill with a throw if they want, which means that this is a pretty tough situation for Messiah. Must have to find a VT2 activation. Typical sweep into a low check. Great Oki here. No doubt.
Oh, shifted. Just to buy himself a little bit of space. Yeah, because he'll be able to... Yeah, he's going to get a V-trigger now, so that meter he got back off the V-shift does pay off if he's able to get an opportunity here. Oh, activation and dash under. Who does that? Only
Resource
Mr.
player.
How resourceful. Now we are heading into the final round here. Is Messiah going to have to channel within that mech and maybe get Shinji's mom to take over and give him the business?
Yeah, complete with the voice lines. Abigail no longer speaking any English.
Yeah, or will third wheel here with the excellence in exfoliation mud costume. Gil.
Already an impressive performance with Gil. Fighting from the corner, from the back of the set, finally on match point for the first time, but running out of life to make something happen with it, but finds the crouch fierce of his dreams. Prayers answered, aspirations being achieved. A V-trigger activation is the icing on the cake right now for third wheel, who still gets armored through. Not on a player made contact. Back to the corner he is. He's fought pretty well here before. But at what point is it fighting and when is it giving up? Taking so much great life. Oh!
The trade and the drop kick. That's how he takes it. Messiah takes the round, you know, reaching into the ramen hair of that Gil and pulling out that flavor packet, just ripping it all apart and just giving him the baptism of salt to advance in the winner's bracket.
It may have been Gil wanting to fulfill his own prophecy, but Rasan Abigail is the Messiah tonight. And the Twitch chat is saying their prayers, proselytizing now, ready to see him continue moving through winners. An explosive Abigail player with an explosive personality to boot. The exact kind of person you want to see playing this character.
Absolutely, absolutely. And a great way to kick off the stream tonight, folks. Happy to be here at the Casa. You know, we always bringing out these, like, you know, good. We put the street back in the street fight.
Yes.
You know,
right.
this is like, you get to see, like, have you ever imagined, like, house parties, like, back at high school and, like, I mean, they had fights, but most of the fights, they sucked. They were over a girl, you know, or like just because of like something involving high school sports that you don't really have time to follow. But here we actually organize it and we get like great eclectic personalities and beef and you know, backdoor commentators. And we just bring it to you every week here at Casa SFV. And we're bringing it tomorrow too. So, you know, you want to stick around for that. This is just the, I want to say this is breakfast. This is more like a nice brunch. Mm-hmm. But like we gonna get from the mimosas over to the you know, the overkill, you know, the keg stands and whatnot. You know, I can't think of a better metaphor. I mean, for people who don't drink, because I know people who don't drink, like, you know, you're cool too. You know, I'm letting you know that you're cool. You know, I drink your Kool-Aid, you know? Yeah. I believe in you.
Even if it's actually Kool-Aid, not even laced with any of those tinctures or whatever else the frat boys over here at Casa have on deck. Whether it's, you know, the actual streets kind of Casa or the hypothetical skit where we aren't let into our own party we're putting on. Either way, we're excited for the outcome. Tonight's outcome, this particular match, has even higher stakes. If any of you want to contribute to a match arena, which you can do so with exclamation point match arena. Yeah, get our players paid and do so for free at no effort to you, and spare yourself any idle time that may happen as the night drags on.
What is it? Won't ever feel like it's SFV 49.
49 is right. It's displayed right there in the Twitch chat right now for us
all. I can count, baby. And so here we got a match. This match went on in the Street Fighter 2 animated movie.
Oh yeah,
I remember this clear. Yeah, I remember that Street Fighter 2 animated movie. Honda and Dulzim, they threw some hands, you know, and Honda won and made some money.
You know, I would imagine Honda threw a couple more hands than Dulcim did. When Dulcim throws his hand, it's more of a stretch, deliberate, periodical. This man just throws 1,000 of them with every single hand slap. I mean, we've counted already like 100 so far, and I think he might have lost count.
He was playing some piano there on them god palms. What was he tuning into? The Sound of Music? Chopsticks? Maybe some Mozart?
I think it was the band Stomp, featured in that HBO documentary around the year 2003, 2004. Make instruments out of like out of like cleaning materials and like random things they find on the street. Scrap metal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stomp.
You know, I used to love when the Blue Man Group would do that with the PVC pipes.
Yes.
And they would make it sound like, well, they still do it. I mean, they still do it, but it's a... Yeah. That's pretty lit. I want to hear the Dulzim theme performance that way. Don't send me any links on Twitter about it, please. I don't want to hear your Dulzim. Just, I'm hypothetically speaking.
well, K-Money Sim God is currently covering God Palms at like every inch of the screen, right? Controlling from max distance, following behind a Yoga Flame, and frame trapping. I mean, Grey Life and Chip is probably half of God Palm's life bar gone now. And a dodge on a V-trigger headbutt almost gives K-Money a big punish opportunity, but Dalsum isn't able to confirm off of his lights into EX very reliably. This is his like permanent punishment for existing in Street Fighter V. And K-Money, you know, someone who felt pretty punished by a lot of the nerfs to V-skill float, which he used and continues to use very elaborately, deliberately, and constantly. He's an aggressive sim player, so he's taking those risks floating every time he does, but doesn't mind it, and he hasn't been anti-aired into a juggle just yet, so I hope he's feeling
All
good.
that matters is you don't get punished. I mean, the teleport there gets caught with the stand fierce. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, I believe it's only a bad option if it gets punished.
Right, and they have to demonstrate that they can. And it was a pretty small punish right there from God Palms on the Dalsum sweep sliding in. A Kara command grab though puts K-Money in a rough spot. He's going to have to be Sim God, and he's going to have to be praying to all of the rest of the gods featured in the in like the entire pantheon. And so far none of them have come through, but prayers can take a while to be answered. So just consult the Bhagavad Gita and see if we can get a good run back here from K-Money, who is going up against a titan of a character in E Honda, a very buffed one too.
Yeah, definitely one of the scariest characters coming out of those patch notes next to Ryu.
Yeah, I would put him on the very buffed section of the tier list, alongside characters like Alex and Falk. They really did a good job targeting the bottom three. They also happen to target E Honda for the buffs, even while players like Marvisto and Daigo Umehara and Tonyu Yogurt were tearing things up with the character already.
Yeah, Honda's
so really
fine.
Time for them.
Yeah, Honda was fine even at release. I mean, everything Honda's been given since he came out has been nothing but a plus. And his offense has been just consistent.
Yes. Big plus, of course, on that V-Skill 2, which most of the Honda players like to use for the simplistic access to new frame traps and combo opportunities off of newly cancelable normals into a better version of hands. I mean, like, everything you could want in the Street Fighter V engine is right there in one V-Skill. And against Dalsum, who's keeping from far range, you get so many opportunities to load up V-Skill 2 that it's devastating once you do get in.
What's really helping in this matchup is notice how low the dive kick K-Money does. And I mean, but he might, and we just see it there. He came up a little bit short there. That's the risk. If the dive kick hits low, the lower you're at an advantage. But if it doesn't hit at all and you're hitting the ground, then you got an opponent waiting to give you the business, and God Palms converts on that punish there to put him on match point. Wow.
Somehow, Honda, stretching his arms out, dodged the medium punch from K-Money, who was looking for a small punish. Feeling very punished now by EX headbutt across the screen. Is he listening for if it's Doskoi, or Doskoi?
Doskoi!
Either way, the response is a dive kick, perfectly spaced. K-Money, learning the spacing as we go, instead of looking for punishes that don't really exist for Dalsum, finds an opportunity for a dive kick to get a rushdown opportunity for more combos and potential.
Yeah, got the life lead, but he's in the corner. Oh no, reverse the corner there after dodging the headbutt. Spending some cash out there trying to get a conversion.
K-Money with no meter, unable to confirm there. Finds a counter hit light kick though, the only way to go into that flame. And a quick Yoga Sniper while running away. Whether it was overhead or fleeing, it's a great choice.
Yeah, it beats his attempts at the low strong, which he was well within reach to do.
Always within reach is Sim. If the characters don't have like a full set of life bars between them, K-Money with Sim will certainly reach. He might even bring himself there with a teleport, followed in by a fireball. Classic way to generate the offense for Sim. Every time he has a bar meter, you got to be concerned about it.
Wow, the close quarters fighting between both these players is really strong here.
In and out, and an EX bond rip up, floating up there. K-Money must have been reading a headbutt and trying to use the massive hitbox of EX Air Nail to hit it.
Now, God Palms is activating V-Skill 2.
Always, yes.
Yeah, but this time, like, he's really looking forward to trying to get some conversions out of it. Oh, wait, he's in the corner there. Oh, but yeah.
K-Money puts him right back there.
Costly.
It's all about the containment. K-Money knows he doesn't have any damaging combos now that he doesn't have the meter. So a couple more pieces. A definitely negative dive kick. Thorotech a safe choice for K-Money. Not trying to get punished, but he has to contend with a V-trigger, for which one combo will certainly kill him. And a command grab probably could too. 925 like Dalsum took some shit.
Got him!
Regular headbutt across the screen. such a difficult tool for Dalsim to contend with. It was also what killed him in the previous round, and I think it's a good thing to take note of. Try to do the same thing again. That's why Honda's our victor today. K-Money has a long path ahead in losers. Hopefully he can walk it or float it with pride and dignity, work his way up to a run back against God Palms, who proves victorious. 2 players with God in their tag. Looks like
That's what makes, yeah, absolutely. That's what makes a Honda player very proficient, is just where you're able to chase them and pick something up off of the jump back. I mean, you basically punish them for taking an attempt going for a traditional zoning approach, and that V-Trigger one's so good at chasing the full screen, doesn't need to charge, so you don't need to telegraph it or see it that you were preparing for a headbutt, that you had one on deck. You got him in there, able to chase it down, and get that conversion for the kill.
Yeah, and you got to kind of feel for the character Sim in that circumstance, knowing that the risk of headbutt is so low for Honda, knowing that the Dalsim punish either doesn't exist or will be very weak. And so headbutt doing like 100 damage on its own makes like K-Money the zoner not really have zoning as an option. And so we saw in the rounds that he did win.
Oh, are you talking about when the Honda player gets to use the headbutt like it's a dive kick?
A horizontal dive kick at the press of a button and not as much of a need to space it well? Absolutely.
Do you know about this game called Super Turbo?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I don't know. I never quite picked up why it's called Super Turbo. Did they speed up the game? Did it literally raise the frame rate? I mean, I don't know.
It's a very long story involving like hacked versions of Champion Edition that happened, but I mean, just so you know, Honda like doesn't have a whiff animation on his command grip.
Oh,
like
the same way, I remember.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
if you want to talk, that's something that I don't think anyone wants to make a comeback in fighting games.
So the command grab has a built-in Guilty Gear Throw OS, but it's not techable under any circumstances.
I mean,
And
we're pretty much, yeah.
That's amazing. I would also say it's different too, because like in Guilty Gear, like a normal comes out instead when you're going for throw. I guess it's nothing in Super Turbo, which is even better, because that means nothing can be canceled into anything. Nothing is infinite potential. We love neutral, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
you speak
do these
truth.
characters here want to stick around in neutral? Akuma has excellent neutral and the option to circumvent it at will. Look out for tools like
Is
V-Trigger
Prophet still
activation,
using Gil?
Even flips. Yeah, I see Gil loading in right now for Prophet, and I haven't seen his Urian in a long time, so...
No,
think
I haven't
he's
seen his
usually
Urian
playing
in
brothers.
a year.
Yeah. So a healthy year on Gil should surely sharpen his instincts to a dangerous extent for whoever happens to be his opponent. Whoever may be so lucky as to witness the Gil and the fulfillment of the prophecy. Whoever may be so unlucky as to be the victim of it at the end of a salty trail. You think it's going to be red training stage or blue? Are we feeling nostalgic or are we embracing the present and the future? It's going to be one of them. Oh, it's blue.
It's the alternative grid.
They should call it Alt Grid and have random like 2002 punk bands playing on it. Instead, it's Akuma's theme. Akuma dressed for the Olympics over here. Both of them in some alternate costumes compared to their
Which
default.
band did you have in mind? I'm curious. And would they do a good job doing the Akuma theme?
Let me think. Do you think like a... I don't know, what does alt really mean to you? Because instinctually I was just going to say Blink-182, but I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, that was like considered alt. Like,
Yeah.
Alt is something I would consider like like Blue Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm an old head, man, so it's like that late...
Depeche
like,
Mode. Yep.
Yeah, Depeche Mode, or like
Smith,
going to the
Cure.
90s, like, oh yeah, Morrissey or Beck.
Yes, okay. You know, believe it or not, I may not be of the appropriate age for this, but that is also my shit.
It's
I've
good
had plenty
music,
of
man. It should be.
conversation. Yeah, it is. Can you endure the pain? Looks like Znuts can endure plenty. He found a parry, but couldn't endure the cross-up mix-up that followed afterwards. Now
Yeah, put
Znuts...
his knees in the right place, but Zis Nuts, more like Zis Snipes, with a
Yeah.
Falk shot, aiming right below the belt, just getting over the projectile of Prophet to get that dirty V-trigger double fireball, the Shin Akuma special.
And so narrowly escaping Prophet's ice ball in the process, we were dangerously close to a trade into a tied round, at which point we'd both on the game point for both players. Instead, we're just fighting on. Prophet trying to secure a life lead, doing Gil's best to make Oki happen, which is to say shooting ice ball after every knockdown, off of every shoulder, and a missed counter hit Link gives
What a
Easness a
punish.
huge chance to mount offense and momentum. Starting with a punish, and with V-Trigger activation and super coming up, looks like a demon might be a valuable comeback tool here. Not this time. Similar
Yeah,
story. EX knee out the corner, and then Prophet takes the advantage.
I wonder if you could adjust to make some plans for them. Because when you know it's their go-to and you know they're reaching, like a jar of cookies on top of the fridge, you know they're going to climb over some counters, you know they're hungry.
Yeah.
What are you
Akuma
going
has-
to do to beat them there?
He has excellent tools to make reads against single-hit mobility moves, like the knees. He could V-skill parry a knee on reaction to Gil coming up.
And they
He
nerf
could
those
jump medium.
knees too. There's more recovery on the landing. I think that's in Urian's case. I don't know if that also applies to Gil.
I hope they let Gil get away with it, because Urian's been getting away with it for many seasons longer, and probably still will. It's only like
Yeah.
3 or 4 additional frames.
Gil got some love in the patch notes. I don't know how much that improved him per se. But
He's slightly better, for sure.
Yeah.
You see a lot more opportunities for Oki, thanks to different higher juggles, letting him get more heavy kicks. That heavy kick in particular was the one we were going to see Oki off of if we're in a V-trigger combo right now, which will build him super
he
so he
gets the
can
meter.
kill!
He's got the
Oh!
meter. Yeah, he's got it.
And a highlight reel combo from Prophet. I mean, it was exactly as foretold. We knew Prophet would be coming in here and showing us the coolest things the character has to offer. In addition to the hottest things, you can see that inscribed on his skin. Red and blue, also on a fire and ice. The Trojan pack, everybody's favorite version. Here he is, going up 1 game. Playing the set from the back at first, but now taking the lead.
Yeah, you can see the retribution drip is in full effect here. How is this nuts going to adapt?
He was always contesting. He won a round and only lost the other 2 pretty narrowly to about like a 35% life deficit. So there's small changes you can make, sure. Better responses to corner escapes would be the first thing that comes to mind. And he's done a great job escaping offensive situations in general, finding 3-frame counter hits, returning to mid-screen right where he ought to be. Z's nuts now, though.
Yeah,
Kind of
he's
approaching
getting
that
zoned
range.
out here. And
Yeah,
as long
definitely.
as Prophet's able to convert that lariat, and oh, no punish there. Oh, but no conversion either. Ooh.
You know, it's only -6 on the DP cancel, and I think Prophet might have chosen a 7-frame normal, but I'm welcome to be corrected on that frame data. Either way, the punish did not work, and Z's nuts gets to live as a result. Doesn't have much V-trigger left, though. The comeback's going to have to be honest, and it's not happening today.
And he's clenching that fist like Arthur, ready to throw down on that old meme. Prophet at match point here.
Yeah, Z's nuts last attempt to make some kind of comeback in the set. It's pretty even meter, so we can't say if anybody has an advantage until Prophet takes the life lead, and a huge positional advantage. That's the only thing Shoulder really offers you. A little bit of damage, great corner carry. Still no Oki until you reach that corner, though. And there's another corner escape uncontested. Z's nuts striking out on the attempted answers. It was such a well-aimed knee, though, from Prophet. Parry would have whiffed for sure and left Z's nuts punishable, so it's hard to recommend anything other than jump medium punch, perhaps, to meet him in the air and get a combo. It does cause a juggle. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, good conversion there. Good juggling into the double top save.
Another 3-frame interrupt.
Yeah,
Straight to the knockdown.
into a counter hit too.
Yes. I think that's why DP was able to link so easily. Oh, what a
Oh,
swing.
the stand roundhouse, but nothing, nobody home. Will he get the lariat though? Is it enough? Yes!
Trade pick up into retribution.
Man, that was, that was, he followed up that last one.
Yeah, I mean, you thought the last combo into super demonstration of Seraphic Wing was cool. That one is way better. It took situational awareness, execution, resource awareness, and I would dare to say creativity and perhaps experience. Maybe Prophet has already done that before. I mean, this is an ultimate Grandmaster level
I mean,
75
between
rank
you and
kill.
me, it was a very low juggle too. All those levels, all the enemy there, the juggled party rather, was between the chest and the knees levels. So just to be able to have that awareness, to just be able to reach down low and keep that opponent up there to finally finish it, convert the super enough for the kill. Just exactly as you go, it really plays into the expertise.
Yes. Yeah, it was so pretty, and I hope somebody got that clip. I'm trying to see if I can rewind 60 seconds back, see if I can catch it. I like to take care of things on my own sometimes. Oh yeah, yeah, I got it. Nice, nice to hear our voices together too. We sound great on here, I have to say. And that you're looking beautiful today behind that Discord photo.
Oh, I try. I mean, I'm trying to get some new photos though. Trying to update my look though. So stay tuned because
Hmm.
things have changed.
They oh yeah, people don't know about me normally having about 10 pounds of hair on my head that makes people think I'm 6'3" when I'm actually 5'10". I actually got a super short haircut and am waiting to reveal some new, rather professional photos. The profile pictures are changing as the seasons change. Spring is coming, change is coming in all of our lives. But one thing that's been delightfully constant is the presence of Casa Street Fighter 5 brackets in my weekly life. We've had 49 of these. We become experts at our routine of putting on excellent shows, commentating them and embellishing the stories, and funding matcherinos, which you can do in the chat right now. I'll drop a link for you, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah, be sure to show some love and support us on the matcherinos out there. Get some of these players out here paid, out here
Yeah.
putting in work, and we got a treat for you tonight. Applying pressure, sevens going up against Shine. So we got sevens versus Shine in a showdown here. Who's gonna ride it on out to the winners
Hmm.
bracket?
I'm
Is
seeing some
Shine using
showdowns in the Twitch
Jury or
chat too.
Ibuki?
I'm gonna go ahead and venture Ibuki. Some of these matcherinos can get pretty inflated, but jury's I think she's an exciting position. She got 2 new costumes. Don't know much about the change list. V Trigger 2 definitely got super buffed.
Hey, you know who hasn't had 2 new costumes in a minute, by the way?
Uh,
Chun. Just saying. Oh,
really?
yeah. They haven't given Chun Li costumes in years. Like,
That's
no one's
she's a
noticed. They
costume
say
wild.
they keep giving her. It hasn't happened. I'm just saying.
Interesting.
But so Shine's going with Cody here. He's got the Alpha 3 Jailbird, but rocking some of those Laker colors there, man.
How exciting for Shine breaking out of his typical character trio of the 3 women of the game. Juri, Ibuki, and Karen in the past. Very distant past. But instead of playing a blonde girl in the past, now he's embracing the future. A very buffed version of Cody, a fellow blonde in Street Fighter V. And it's pretty low committal play so far. Light buffers, keeping things safe, just a throw. And that's a big punish.
Oh, will he punish that? Yeah. Shine gonna make him pay with the wall bounce. And then that
And a
low
V-skill
forward
two
that looks
twice.
like a sweep. And it's like, plus. Dude, it's so weird.
Totally does. Applying pressure, by the way, a Ken player. A character that Shine surely has experience against, playing in New York, often meeting against Long Island's very own Diego. V-Trigger 1, Cody? Who is
V-Trigger 1. Yeah, I mean, it lasts a while. It's got some buffs. It got some buffs in Season 5. Last year's patch gave it a lot of love. And it sticks around for a while. Like, people think that, like, Cody's V-Trigger 2 already sticks around forever, because you could definitely repair the plumbing of a few people's houses in one span of that V-Trigger 2. But you get a 2-bar V-Trigger here with the knife, and it sticks around for quite a while.
I will say with 2, you can repair the plumbing and hit all of the runners home in the baseball game. And a full V-skill pickup into another Ruffian kick. We're 1 away from stun here. Never mind, choosing to scale the stun. Always a good choice because the first couple hits do great damage. There's nothing wrong with really guaranteeing yourself a chance to blow out victory. Not going to happen this time, though.
He was meterless, too.
Great choice from applying pressure. Got to be cognizant of this new Cody 3-frame wake-up option with heavy priority. It'll beat most medium and light meaties that only work on 3-frame things. So, Shine was testing it out. Didn't really need to. Didn't see it be successful. However, it was just one defensive decision that went wrong among many others that went right for him. Taking a game against applying pressure, who is under the pressure now to quickly make some changes before getting 2-0'd.
Yeah, definitely. You want to make those changes quick against Cody now. You're going to see some coasting out there, throwing out some of those Joe Higashi screw-uppers for you.
Joe Higashi.
And now he's got, yeah, I mean, there's a lot, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of SNK inspired stuff in this build of Cody, especially the stand roundhouse. Kind of reminds me a lot of Yamazaki from KOF 98. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the greatest KOF player, but, oh, that bad spray.
Yeah, you can see bad spray. So plus on counter hit, linking it to fierce. Huge potential swing of events and momentum for Cody when they guess right.
I think, yeah, and I think the conversion might have surprised Shine himself. And letting apply pressure, fight his way back to come one round away from tying it up.
Almost full meter for both players. You got to think that Ken's going to make great use of it to corner the opponent with enders like EX Tatsu. Cody, though, always able to continue this pressure. EX Zonk is the answer. I was getting there eventually, trying to call it out before it happened. And heavy kicks versus heavy kicks. Cody's is the one that's confirmable into a B skill. Ken now struggling. Finds a hard knockdown. Reliable safe meaty. Just outside of the fireball punish range was applying pressure. Trying to piece together a comeback. Maybe get a chance at a V-trigger with a crush counter if they find one.
And there he goes. Gets the right cut in the right place.
It's these normals are very long reaching, pretty fast for their speed too. It's interesting to see the Cody player opt for the reliable tools rather than the comeback oriented ones or the win more tools.
Punish the V shift. He could have got a stun there.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't see V break. Typically a safer option, not punishable on block, keeps you invincible for longer. Really useful for going through projectiles as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but we need to optimize it more for when you can catch the V shift on the counter.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of instances so far where Shine wasn't exactly sure what the punish was, but on a crush counter conversion, he knows exactly what he's doing. This is not even going to kill. Never mind. I don't actually know the optimal VT1 extension. The optimal frame of mind, yeah, you got to stay in that I will cut you if you get near me mindset, you know? Cody with a knife really embraces the ex-prisoner aesthetic that he was revealed to have as soon as he busted down that cell door in his trailer reveal back in like 2018, maybe 2017.
Yeah, and Shine doing some work there, being able to quickly cut his way, carving his path through the winner's bracket. We're going to take it over to the next match here. It's going to be Flux Waves versus Tortilla Jones. But should we shout out some sponsors first before we keep it moving here? Because don't we have some stuff going on?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, we definitely got stuff going on. We got stuff going on tomorrow, next week, the week after that. But tomorrow's, I think, is the most interesting.
Yeah, come see us tomorrow afternoon. You know,
yeah. So Casa's house party is what we're talking about here. All happening online. You don't have to worry about getting denied at the front door gates like we were earlier. It's a Swiss bracket tournament. For those of you that don't know about that, what it means is everybody in a group will play everybody in like an almost round robin, where the next determined matches are determined by how winning a player was over the rest of the players. And so what it does is allow you to get your time and hypothetical money's worth out of any tournament entrance you make, because let's be real. Have you ever gone 0-2? It stinks. I think we all have. Have you ever gone 0-2 losing 4 rounds straight and hardly getting to play and having spent money on the weekly? Yeah, it's really, really bad. Playing Swiss, you feel like you have a connection to like every single person that you played. You play them for longer and play more people. See your opponents play your other opponents so you can learn that way too. It's really helpful, and I think anybody that enters our 32-player Swiss event will thoroughly enjoy their time and maybe start spreading the good word of Swiss around the world.
Yeah, we're going to be coming at you on multiple different streams. I myself am going to be on the Incendium stream. The main stream is going to be here at Damn It Dom, but also you're going to see other streams like Trace Complete, Get Good FGC. This event will be sponsored by Red Bull, and it's going to go down. I mean, you're going to see players fighting each other at all corners, so you're going to see definitely have some big opportunities for everyone who's hungry out there.
Mm-hmm. like all of our house parties, you know, filled with sponsors. You come to my house, you know you're gonna be deliciously slurping on some grinding coffee co. I'm actually drinking some coffee right now during commentary. I was dangerously close to passing out around 7 p.m. But you know that was just because I didn't have any Street Fighter 5 on, no fighting games in my life. I quickly rectified that at the same time as getting myself the coffee, providing all the energy I'll need. The rest of our pools section here will be going until about 10. Then hand you some fresh commentators with the highest level competition during the top 8. I'm excited for every stage. I'll probably tune in while passing out, not tuning out of consciousness while tuning in to some Street Fighter 5 action, the Street Fighter 5 action on Casa.
Damn right. And making sure you're awake to give us the full business. We're
Yeah.
having a slight delay here. Flux had to have some PC connectivity issues he just overcome. Oh, we see he's back in the lobby though. Looks like we're going to be getting into the action here where it's going to be Flux, multiple-time Casa champion, going up against Tortilla Jones.
Tortilla Jones, you say? Huh. I've never heard of Tortilla Jones, but I am excited for the Rashid representation, a character who has uh, never been very highly represented in Casa brackets. I think I remember some Burkish Rashid in the early days. Certainly a popular character in Street Fighter 5, though, and a lasting top tier who's gone through a lot of changes this season. And even last season, big things were massive hurt boxes on the startup of EX Whirlwind Kick is the like massive change that I think most top level players have well adjusted to by now, which is to say that if Rashid's canceling off of his typical trouble starter normals like crouch fierce or crouch medium kick into EX whirlwind shot, you'll see players like Flux ready to interrupt and score counter hit combos. And apparently no one's ready to anti-air Flux. A 97-second on the clock jump in scores a counter hit against Tortilla, who's like just about to get V-trigger basically.
Man, that's got to feel amazing when you hit a jump in to start a round. My
Yeah.
character's got a floaty jump, so I never have that pleasure.
Oh, excellent choice of V reversal. Love those rolling V reversals that allow you to cross to the other side. There's tons of unique punishes that only characters like Rashid, Ed, Colleen can get with their V reversals. Fang too.
Right. Oh yeah, Fang especially. Fang gets in good reach too. I mean, he gets out of dodge, but he's still able to hit you with something, whether it be like his sweep or a Sotoha.
And
All right, Tortilla Jones there making some omelets of Flux in the first round.
yeah, I think that was like an absolute. I mean, omelets. I think it's scrambled eggs, to be honest. That was very thoroughly mixed, if I may say. We even saw a spinning mixer to end the round. Poison smoothie.
Oh, good challenge there off of that V skill at that low forward, which you saw again. Sorry, V reversal into that low forward there, which you mentioned earlier. You know, able to make the offensive punishes off of those V reversal. Try to get that wall jump there. No dice.
Evasive though from Flux, using a neutral jump to lead the situation as Rashid tried to cross under. What a confusing scramble. Tortilla one hit away from stun. Flux fleeing for their life.
Non-cross up. He jumped off the corner, but he stayed in the corner to get that jump in. More often than not, you see the Rashids go for the cross up there.
It's impressive from Tortilla. Already on the verge of putting Flux down a game, 2 rounds straight. Flux with full resources though is going to try and contest that to the best of their ability. Oh, and instead spending a bar, can probably kill with a 1-bar combo now. It's Molotovs this time. They could be good for space control on the horizontal. Projectile immunity? Maybe? Or the Molotov was just low? Either way, Tortilla knew exactly how to pass through and find a pickup with forward medium punch off of EX Whirlwind Kick, Eagle Spike, spiking Fluxway's pad into the ground, offering them to... then picking it back up for them, of course. Very polite. We don't spike our pads until the set is over. Let's be real.
Definitely. What a clean response there from Tortilla Jones. Let's see how Flux responds, though. It's early in the tournament here, but he's, normally goes for good adaptations there. Sticking with Poison, not changing, not bringing in Mika or Manat.
Yeah, we've seen Flux use Poison very frequently against Rashid. Although, Rashid being a 3-frame character, you still got that trusty Sten Lay kick, is a little bit better able to contest Poison's new EX heart rate pressure, only +1 on block while tucking the opponent in. We might see that interaction a little bit later.
Yeah, it was a good reaction there, scissoring through the whirlwind shot. Oh, but
Counter hit.
Tortilla Jones catching some counter hits there by going underneath that upward whip. But then got a little overzealous going for that Street Fighter 3 third strike style universal overhead there. And
Yeah,
look at the
and Flux
damage on
has
that
been stunned by
BT1.
that once before on a reset already. Knowing that jumping over the overhead yields a full punish is brilliant from Flux. Adapting not after the second time, not letting himself strike out. Only once are you allowed to get away with that on him. Oh, that's a
What
Rashid
a call
classic.
out. Yeah, what a call out. Never gets old seeing that.
That's the type of
Tortilla
play that you're
Jones.
brave to make normally, but if you are using it to put yourself on a set point for a potential 2-0, it's a great choice.
Yeah, now how's Flux going to feel himself out here? He's down 1-0 here. 1 round, 87 seconds. Got to make some moves here. It's match point for Tortilla Jones. Tortilla
Well,
Jones got a little too much pico de gallo with those medium punches.
Oh, that is nutritious. Straight to the 3-frame, right? Flux not messing around with anything too overzealous or aggressive, keeping it frame tight. Really makes sense to do so while playing with a life lead, which Flux still does have.
Ooh, there's a V-shift break. That spinning mixer been business on out of here.
Poison's V-break looks like it should do real damage. That is a heal from a boot, making direct contact. Looks at about neck level. And bolt dash at the same time. Always so surprising when that happens. They end up at point blank instantly.
Oh, what a jump in.
It was
Into
the
that V
exact
skill
moment.
2 conversion. Signs
Yeah.
of Flux.
Such a damaging combo from Poison. Always available as soon as a jump comes. Tortilla might be a little bit more afraid of pressing Crouch Fierce from those ranges where a jump could be lethal. Still not afraid to press it from close, though, and even found a combo off of it this round already. So close. A stun, a highly scaled stun to start off a potential sequence leading to a tournament set victory? Here it
Look
comes.
at those plus frames. We're doing a whole first grade textbook full of additions.
A defensive throw tech lands damage for Tortilla Jones, who
Got
followed it
him!
up with a dash out of surprise, out of nowhere.
Dash in throw.
I definitely believe that was out of nowhere because Flux was already so surprised to be thrown by what was surely a throw tech that Jones was reading. I wonder if Flux was trying to walk back but was running into the corner while walking back, looking for some kind of throw bait or
Nah, it
safer
was
offense.
too much, man. Throw Tia Jones. The tactics were too strong. Flux gonna have to make some adaptations in the losers bracket.
Yeah,
Talking about
plenty of
that
time to
throw
work those out.
Tia.
I mean, with 33 players in tonight's bracket, there might be another Rashid in there for you to practice against if you want to make a claim against Tortilla later. Mr. Jones himself, though, as dangerous and as fully loaded as you might expect, he's got a shotgun, so go back home. It's his Crouch Fierce. It always works at close range. It's double-barreled. It hits twice. You got to look out for that. Can you?
Definitely.
Are you allowed to enter a tournament with 11 as your default character?
You know, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm cool with Punk doing it. You know.
Yeah, it's your time, it's your money, and Punk, no shortage of tournament results already. I think more so looking for entertainment value, maybe even producing some for his YouTube, which is being edited so immaculately. Seen a lot of come-ups in the FGC YouTube recently. I know Brian F's editor. He's put in a lot of wonderful work, great soundtracks on those too. So against Kleptomaniac, we can't make any character predictions because I think Punk is actually playing 11 here. But I am excited to see what comes out. Oh, it's Ken. Committed to Ken. All right. Well, I'm excited for this too. Punk's Ken has been around for a long time.
Street
And
Fighter
I
4.
think this season he's more excited to play it now in this season with a really buff V skill 2, trigger 2 a lot better from Ken now. I see most players actually rocking that combo, which is such a departure from what I typically know from Ken and what applying pressure played earlier on the stream. 1-1.
Yeah, I like the pressure that you get from V Skill 2. I like a lot of things about it, like the inability to dash underneath it, the how messy it is to try anti-airing it. I wish Chun-Li's V Skill 2 worked in a similar fashion, but it doesn't. It sucks.
She can at least link off of it now, right? Into
Yeah, she can. It got some buffs. It
Yeah.
got some buffs. You can link off of it, combos into a low jab, but any standing normal beats it. Any.
Ah, yeah. Ken's is a
Even
lot
if she's
better.
directly above you. It doesn't even trade.
Also,
Like,
the juggle points on Ken's that he can charge are fantastic. I mean, Chun's here posing with like a kind of melancholic look in the Fortnite ad. Her head rested on her hand. That's a classic look of like sad characters. Meanwhile, Ryu all buffed, smiling with a big grin right behind her.
yeah, it looks like
Definitely
Punk
jealous.
is borrowing the gi of Dan Hibiki.
Expect no less from Pink to God. It's Pink today. Even boasting the purplish pink Grandmaster rank on a sub account, no less. Shows you how much experience a resident leader in the Alpha Academy can have. Kleptomaniac in the corner. Playing Poison. Y'all are used to her from Fluxwave's appearance just a couple minutes ago. Even the same skill and trigger combo from Flux earlier. We have seen Flux play some Trigger 2 from Poison, rocking command grabs and long range combo extensions, but a full jump in from Kleptomaniac.
Oh, this one's
And-
gonna hurt.
Oh my god, it does so much damage. And looking for Super to kill on the next one. She can confirm off 2 hits, and spending EX is very valid too. She needs to kill with a 2-bar combo now. Buffering light kick.
Wow, and Punk able to take that first round. What a series of trades. Good back and forth to start off the set.
Yeah, back and forth and back, Vice and Versa, Versa and Vice. The Vice that we're giving into tonight, plus frames on block with EX moves at the ready. I mean, something that we know so well from Poison by now, something that Ken used to have such simple access to with his EX Tatsu, if you remember those days.
I remember those days.
I indulge in that Vice with every character I can.
Oh, got the jump in again. Kleptomaniac overcommitting there.
Keeps
Arrow
happening.
throws
These
from
jump complete
Punk.
the huge swings.
Yeah, Klepto's not going to take the bait. Not going to press any buttons there. Going for that stand roundhouse or that stand fierce. Able to whip it on down, spending some of that meter to get on the board. Tying it up 1 round pop.
Yeah, Klepto has demonstrated excellent awareness of when it is Punk's time to move forward in order to secure offense, and has found counter hits with Crouch Light Punch and with Stand Light Punch and the big conversion.
Again, great timing on the jump in though, ahead of the clock. He's finding the Pop-Tart just before, just when it gets out of the oven, just to get it.
Similar deal right there.
Oh, what a read!
And Ken gets Oki here. Stun not as much of a concern as the life depleting so quickly. Out of throw range, a low medium kick punish. No VTC available though for Klepto, who's been in V-trigger this whole time. The Molotov is just waiting to be used. So much meter to use it with. Not done yet. Now she's done.
And
Crouch
the
medium
lowest of
kick.
forwards there. Whiffing that stand jab there, tried to influence some decision making to happen there. But that was a solid play. Neutral, no less.
Yeah.
From Punk able to turn it up 1-0.
It's the most reliable and safe choice. Punk had fallen victim to getting counter hit by light normals when moving in for offense, and sometimes even on Poison's wake up. So Punk simply, for this decision, stayed outside of her wake up normal range and did a nice safe crouch medium kick. It could have whiff punished the normal that she woke up with, could have mediated something slower, but best of all, it's completely safe, and you don't need a combo or anything aggressive to kill, so just stick out one little thing, a low especially, you might just win this thing.
I'm loving seeing this, you know, and you're seeing like an exact page out of what he used to do in Street Fighter 4 with Ken, minus those 1-frame links, you know, that low jab, stand jab, low forward to heavy Tatsu, those kind of links.
Wow.
But Punk still putting it on full display. I think he's going to save up some of that meter then, put himself closer to match point.
Yeah, an excellent performance too. Showing a different kind of offensive preference than most Ken players who rocked the thunder kick versus empty run low or empty run throw mix up. Instead of it just back medium kick overhead from Ken. Less damage, but if you know it'll stun, it's a great choice because it's a lot faster than the run overhead. And Punk about to put themselves in a position to do it again. I mean, actually, we're building super potential kill here already. Probably highly scaled though.
Yeah, it's probably going to leave a pixel.
A pixel, but a throw will kill. Maybe two
Okay,
lights.
more than a pixel. A good sandwich there. Oh, but all he has to do is get 2 taps in there. What a conversion with the Shimulus check into the standing short Tatsu for the kill. Punk advances.
One of those really pretty throw baits done with a quick normal, so it looks like we're actually hitting the throw hurt box extended by the press of the throw tech. A firm, bold, fonted period at the end of a 2-0 victory for Pink Punk, moving on to winners. I wish luck to whoever they meet on the way there. I hope the set's wonderful. Don't get yourself landed in a YouTube highlight reel, because you know Punk's editor is watching, waiting. We're all commiserating, wondering which one of us will end up in that highlight reel next.
Oh dear. So coming up next, we're gonna bring back some more Shine, maybe rocking some of that Cody, and going up against Prophet. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a slugfest.
Score on that one,
This
KO,
is-
was 2-0. I do see you in the chat. I'm keeping up with a lot of the chatting going on in here. I like to see the competitive attitudes demonstrated over here. Nice to see all of you all. I'll wish myself. I'll extend some greetings to CJ Grayson, KO the Poet, our own resident streamer, Dammit Dom, Brad, CJ Grayson, BBW Messiah, aka Rasan, Destructive with a 3, common entrant in Casa. Love to see the people hanging out here. I mean, we got a peanut gallery for a reason. I'm always listening. I got headphones on, but I can hear. I practiced for a long time.
That's right, the Peanut Gallery. Or rather, the Zoom of Legumes.
Yeah, in the online era, that's a rhyme, a mar that applies perfectly appropriately.
Yeah, so this is a good fight. You got 2 characters who just got some good fundamentals, know how to play the right way, and also know how to bring the most out of these characters.
Yeah, who's blonder here?
Oh, there we go. Target combo jump in there. Shine able to get the God in the corner. Got him on down there. That Toga's looking a little too tight.
Cody said, "What's a god to a non-believer?" I encountered a lot of different philosophies in my time in prison. Plenty of them agnostic. A couple atheists in there might have really influenced him, because he is completely fearless, putting Prophet right back into the corner where he seems to belong. Cody, really trying to get out of the solitary confinement room. He spent enough time here while he was inside. He doesn't want to be trapped with Gil. A very bad cellmate indeed.
Yeah, but can Shine get out of the corner here? What are we going to see? Walking forward with those medium kicks. Oh, he caught a fierce to the face, but going to keep it moving there. Going to activate it. Got himself a little bit of a shank there. Is he going to be able to? This bad prison behavior there. Flipping the grip. And just like that, the Shine Shank redemption. Shine going up 1-0.
Breaking parole, no doubt, walking around with that knife. I think he cut himself free of his cuffs with that same knife. I don't know where he picks it out from. Maybe his left butt pocket? We can never see it. But it always comes right when he needs it to start using things like 3-hit block strings. Unusual threats. Normally lights only lead to like 2, 3 if you're a really strong character offensively. Cody suddenly has that ability and so much more with this knife that we're all discovering for the first time, basically.
Prophet dropping the combo there. He's going to pay the price by getting sent into the corner.
That was part of the prophecy. It was going to be a happy accident into an American reset. V-Skill 2 activation. Excellent choice from Tree Fitty. Playing on the PC. Not able to even really demonstrate how much more of that knife was going to do. The knife is like a backup on an already solid game plan, and he gets anti-airs.
It just feels like he's serving up turkey from the head of the table. You know, and it's just like, I got enough of this dark meat and white meat going around for all these house parties. No matter what kind of Swiss cheese groups you want to put me up in here, I'm going to cut it out.
Yeah, I feel like it is a pleasure and a privilege to know that the knife that Cody is stabbing me with was recently used to cook my Casa homies some really good meat over at the house party going on tomorrow. I'm sure Shine will show up to that too.
And hey, I'm definitely a guy who appreciates knives in Capcom games, having beaten Ghouls and Ghosts twice.
Ooh, okay. That's a good
midway through Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, only playing it on Legend difficulty because any lower difficulty is a waste of my time.
You said midway. I was thinking of the Ninja Turtles beat 'em up, which I played as a kid with like 3 random kids at Chuck E. Cheese all the way to completion. Not because we were good, but because we had way too many tokens.
And I was always the guy with the broken jump button.
And
And
you still made it
Shine
work.
going on match point now.
You know, broken jump button probably instilled into you excellent habits for your future in fighting games, from beat 'em ups to fighting games.
No, it made me want to jump more.
Ah, okay, okay.
Now
Well,
I
finally,
appreciate the jump.
finally, I'm free, liberated in the skies. Geef's done up here patrolling. Let me just dive kick around.
Not to mention we're commentating a game where getting anti-aired once does as much damage as like getting anti-aired, like jumping in does 5 times the damage of getting anti-aired, basically.
Yeah, that is unless Prophet represents that Crouch Fierce. He did just get jumped in on at a great range for Crouch Fierce anti-air. Nonetheless, finds a launcher combo with Retribution. Excellent Oki, too. Can surely kill with anything. 1 or 2 bar combo even at this point. Doing all
Yeah,
this shit damage.
one super away business here, but if he does that super, they head into a final round and Shine's got nearly a full meter.
Yeah, I'd be concerned about Super. I would stick it around as a last resort for Chip, if anything. Otherwise, you can definitely set up a Retribution with the X moves. Oh my god, but getting stabbed instead. Unable to escape the corner. The containment is the strong thing, not the offense or the mix-up threat itself.
Oh, dangerous V-shift there. That could have really led to some... That could have
Super
led
reversal.
to some stuff.
Now he's got to find a Super. It's too desperate. Prophet with no life left. Facing winner's bracket elimination. Buffering. Looking for something confirmable into shoulder. Or bufferable. Whatever it is, it has to... Oh, he backdashed into Tornado. That thing traveling a little bit faster than expected. Maybe Prophet trying to walk up and block it to save a little bit of space. Either way, it was a mistake. It was proved to be a mistake because Shine takes this at 2-0 with something so effortless. Just a quick little tornado to cover the space. Throwing the projectile is never a bad investment, isn't it?
Yeah, and that tornado uppercut there, that accumulated cyclonic energy, able to carry Shine over into the next round. We're gonna be queuing up the next round for you there, but be sure to join us tomorrow. I mean, that's gonna be a big deal. We got all these streams going on at the same time, man, and just all of it going out there. And we just want to give a shout out to all the people who make Casa great and make these tournaments happen every single week. So you want to head over to the Match Arena there, get in that Casa SFV 49, talking that Casa SFV 49 to help us get our players paid out here, putting in all this work for y'all.
That's right. 49, and with next week, we'll be all the way up to 15. This, or
No,
wait,
no,
or 50.
50.
I realized that as soon as I said
A
it.
15, we go. You gotta
15.
throw a party for that.
Yo, that was a long time ago.
Man, it would be the Casa Quinceañera.
Casa Quinceañera? There's potential in there. Look, if our brand name's going to be a Spanish word, we all should at least be able to count to 100 in Espanol.
I like the brand name. I think we should make up some stupid reason for maybe like why like 40 something of things didn't happen, so we could have a quinceañera.
Yeah,
I'll bring the piñata, and it'll be full of adult candies.
Okay, cool. I know exactly what that means. Did you do you think we're gonna have a 100-year-old party, which would be like a CN fiesta?
Yeah, it'd be casas. It'd be 100 casas. There we go, 100 casas.
Nice. Yeah.
So coming back into the ring, I believe this is applying pressure going up against Zis Nuts. If I recall, this should be a losers bracket match.
Z's Nuts, Canadian, and probably French Canadian. So I'm gonna go ahead and venture that this is Z's. And I'm also have so much like praise for having such an aggressive name in general. Very, very appropriate for an Akuma player. Applying pressure, also fitting namesake for Ken, who's been applying pressure since 1992 or something, 91, I guess.
So is this Nuts you're saying from like Montreal?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Montreal.
Oh, cool. I visited that place once. It was
I was supposed to visit that place. It fell through, but I will be back there one day. They host a couple Dream Hacks out there. Other major
Canada's
tournaments.
weird, man. Their cheesecakes aren't sweet at all. Their cheesecakes
really?
just taste like cheese. It's a
Wow.
big mix-up that they just throw out there in neutral, and nobody's ready for it.
Look, I think we're only getting mixed up because we've been conditioned by the American cheesecake being sweet and not cheesy, and only maybe slightly akin to cream cheese.
Because it's perfect. That it's perfect.
I
Like
mean,
who in the hell eats a cheesecake and says we need to do this differently? We,
look,
we need we need to change this. This whatever this is, I don't like it. Well, then get another cake. Make
I'm
something
very
else up, but just don't name it my favorite thing in the world.
so Cheesecake Factory is certainly international. In Canada, is it called something else, or does their menu change to actually serve you cheese? Who
I
knows?
have no idea about the Canadian locations of cheesecake. That is that is a question I don't even
Ooh.
want to address that.
Now this is a location we know everything about. Being in the corner against Ken and applying pressure found it instantly. You can almost think that they were planning to do so, walking back at round start only to come back in for a back throw, which Ken gets a real 50-50 throw loop mix-up off of, and always has. Always will.
Yeah, that is definitely one of his signatures for sure.
Rock you, he said, buffering into EX Tatsu to resecure a corner that didn't even need to be his ally as Akuma runs out of life. Keep that in mind, though. That buffer is instantaneous corner carry. It's confirmable, too. His crouch medium kick has like 17 cancelable frames. Oh! Didn't expect that to be a punish, but actually landed a counter hit after Akuma whips light DP.
Yeah,
He's
miss
not kept that
punishes.
unscathed.
That's risky business too. When you don't properly punish a Ken DP, it could really lead to some bad things.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're doing out there, Mickey.
Mm.
Oh, excellent conversion from the low forward. Gonna double dip those EX DPs on in there.
Even meterlessly, but Zsnut doesn't find the punish on Thunder Kick overhead. Instead finds a sequence to start and to end, spending the rest of his VT1 to enter round 3. Game point both players with full meter.
Confirming with that meterlessly too. So he advances over the next round. So, okay, he's going to throw that EX Fireball out there, but he could definitely build it up. So this makes him a demon threat as soon as he activates that trigger. Oh no, yeah, that's the counter hit state from the V shift. It's a horrible anti, and that's going to be Stunsies. Will applying pressure. Apply enough to win. Nope, still around. Still got a little bit of life left.
There's
Gonna get that activation.
What the hell happened in that combo choice? He added a light in there.
Oh no! He caught 2 fireballs.
Demon's still here. VT one time running out though. Will Zsnuts overextend? No, he spends it safely.
Oh,
Hadouken!
Throwing that EX fireball under pressure. Oh yeah. Got some of that Bowie and Queen out there. Applying pressure, going up 1-0 impressively. You know, from the previous round that we saw him in, he was doing some pretty good work. He was putting his pretty good work, carving out a niche for himself there. So let's see if he can get another win on in there and gonna advance closer to that top 8 dance party. You know what I'm talking about.
Bowie, Queen, Vanilla Ice, all available for him. Whichever version you prefer. Hopefully not the latter. That song will be available because they will be handed the aux if they stay in winners.
Yeah, you know, I'm all about that soul sonic force, that Planet Rock, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, talking about like when we were in those skating rinks that were like raves.
Yeah. Very
cool. Fireball into the conversion from flying pressure. This is where he's able to turn the tide. Fakes going for that overhead. Fakes it again. Oh, man.
DPing, building optimal meter, and also expressing himself in the manner that suits him best. That's right. The swan song of Ken players.
Different ways to apply the pressure, even when the pressure is not real whatsoever. This man's got all the stuff about the UFOs the government's hiding. Knows, explain it.
Look, the government can't hide the sky from you. You just got to look up on a nice, bright day, or rather cloudless. You'll see it. You'll see there's a lot of mysteries going on up there, but Akuma solved the mystery just above him with a DP, anti-airing all of the hostile forces coming towards him, and Zsnuts finding life beautifully, building meter very similarly with a DP into an optimal combo choice. Not wasting any time messing around with new style combos. Not making the same mistake applying pressure might have made last round.
Wow, still hitting the jab. Got carried away there. Looks like he was hitting on all those buttons there, going everywhere but the confirm. Luckily, not that much of a punish, and he's able to get the corner back.
And does so doing optimal damage at the same time. You can probably kill
Oh
here.
no! Yeah, you could definitely probably kill.
I was gonna maybe with a couple more bars of meter of ETC, but
Yeah, he had a
as
little
meter
bit of butter
goes-
left.
Yeah, Akuma though still that 900 life character. He'll die in a poke now.
He takes a throw and applying pressure gets the win. Big dubs. Big dubs.
The kind of win you get will always feel a little bit bigger and more significant when it's from a walk-up throw after having scared them enough with other normals. We were saying it's just one touch away, but it doesn't feel like it's a one-touch thing when you die to a throw, which has like 6 separate hits in it, 5 of which are Ken kicking you in the face at a 90-degree angle. It's like
Yeah, you
it's
never
always a
know.
little overkill, you know?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, some people they save it though. They only tech the throw when the throw is in the position to kill. But you know, when you're just reading about your opponent's tendencies, trying to put it together, what decisions they make in those situations, it's not about like the rational idea doesn't always come out. It's always a reactionary idea. So, and even in reactionary, sometimes you just get a little too passive, and you're like, I'm gonna take the throw at the times when you don't take the throw, and these things happen.
If there are any Guilty Gear players here in our SF5 Casa chat today, you will know that our repeat since the beginning champion, Elvin Shadow, playing Faust, has won most of his sets with a throw. It's just something he chooses to do and finds ways to do so naturally, and only the commentators won't get hit by it. But the commentators aren't entering our brackets. Thankfully, we got some new ones on there today. If you want to check that out at twitch.tv/MichaelDink, have that run in the background. Maybe listen to Sammy Fish, and let me see who else is on the mics for that one. I know he was our guest. I think Dormancy's there too, and then we'll have Liston swapping in. Liston, who you've also heard commentating here on Street Fighter. I was just chatting with him about Sagat like we typically do. Sagat's very interesting life through the course of Street Fighter 5. Always getting like at first it was a big struggle, and then it continued to be a struggle. And things got a little bit less struggly now, but in the somehow consistently, regardless of all the changes and buffs and the hard life, we just talk about how funny it is that his overhead has like infinite juggle points and is sometimes the only thing you can do in a combo. Neither of these characters, I think, have anything similar to that. Carlton Banks rocking Birdie, looking just as jacked as Urian, played by Crouch Fierce. Crouch Fierce also has a Zeku, but it's the Urian Crouch Fierce that is everything to write home about. Tell your friends, family, parents about this one. It's a launcher that's cancelable on both hits. You can't go wrong.
No,
I'd name
you
myself
can't.
after that.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 with nothing but correct choices. Just like
Yeah.
just like Crouch Fierce choosing to wear this beautiful olive-colored suit.
Yeah, matches nicely with his new V-skill color palette. It's V-skill 1 from Crouch Fierce. An uncommon choice for Urian players in the contemporary moment. They love having more layers on their fireball. It opens up new combos, different juggle points. But, I mean, just regular charging fireballs is more than enough for Crouch Fierce, keeping Carlton Banks away almost exclusively with Magnetic Sphere.
Yeah, but maybe that armor will come in handy against Birdie's pokes and such, which allows him to get some new properties on the headbutt of the chariot.
Yeah.
Chariot tackle, rather.
And when Urian does finally make contact, you see he built himself trigger just like that. That might have been what he was holding it for. And he has another one now. I wonder what it'll be used for.
All right, Carlton surviving 1-for-1 on the Aegis there. Oh, but
And-
this time got caught, takes one, gets a pair of Stand Strong's chariot, a little bit of some damage there. Trying to get that backdash that Stand Strong, but instead he's just gonna get kicked in those
Rock hard abs, it looked like.
yeah, it's hard to say. Is it part of the costume? Is it part of the figure? We don't know.
Yeah, this is a younger version of Birdie, I think. When
You
he
know, I
first beat
kind of wish
Urian
I
in
had this
solitary-
superpower where I could turn my gut into a six-pack and vice versa. That would be a pretty cool thing to do.
I just want the superpower where I can have a hole in my hair, perfectly combed and shaped. The power to know that you're going to pass over a can on the ground without even being able to see it, headbutting over and still converting combos. Crouch Fear is demonstrating all of his power now. Aegis chief among them. Even if it's just Grey Life, we have successfully cornered Carlton Banks now, just with chip and block damage. Oh, backdash
Yeah,
didn't get
with that
away.
EX Bull Revenger from 60% of the screen there. Going to channel in that activation. Went for the command grab there. Ooh, that's interesting. But the throw misses. Isn't enough. Yes. Tackle to get the job done. Carlton Banks going up 1-0 here.
Always nice to see Crouch Fierce use the Crouch Fierce to go up 1-0. And in a variety of different ways, right? It's not just anti-air. Sometimes it's the most rewarding shimmy option when you're throw baiting and walking back. You put yourself in a perfect range. We see Crouch Fierce from Urian used as a trigger activation. It can set up a nice spacing for comboing off a throw and having an instantaneous strike throw mix-up. And guess what? If you keep doing strike, you lose nothing and you gain a lot of gray life and meter building, and you condition the opponent further going on. So Crouch Fierce at the end, mostly using strikes, made no mistake. You don't have to mix people up to have a mix-up. Other people have already done that conditioning for you. We played thousands of these matches.
That's right. And the no mix-up definitely proves supreme in these situations.
Yeah.
We're going to see more here. We got another match queued up for you. We're moving along through this bracket, man. Shout outs to our TOs and the people working hard, making sure that tournament running smooth, running beyond on time.
Yeah, I wonder if Carlton is changing skills or triggers, because I have only seen Carlton play Birdie, maybe a little bit of Chun in the past. Um, if it's a matchup thing, I'd be impressed to see any change whatsoever, because I do know for a fact that Carlton has only been playing Birdie for the past couple months that I've been observing him.
I've only seen Carlton Banks. I've only seen Carlton Banks myself. I don't know what other characters are in the conversation.
No conversation is being had at all. Spectating has been halted. We're on Capcom Fighters Network, falling victim to the da-dan like we have been since 2016. A lot of things about this game have changed and gotten better, but one thing that has been always the same is the error message. Okay. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Just some technical difficulties, but he'll be back soon.
Yeah. In the meantime, give them some incentive to come back and play for some big prizes by hitting the Matcherino. I'll drop a code for you. Don't forget, it's Casa SF549, and or retweeting a bunch of your friends or some of our partners that are already on our Matcherino page anyway. So Carlton froze probably during this menu screen that he intended to come back to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there still probably was some kind of trigger switch, maybe. Given how Crouch Fierce was mostly playing a zoning game, I think if Carlton wanted to slow down the pace and try and get more mileage out of every individual hit they land against Urian, V-Trigger 2 could be a great choice to make the damage count, especially if you're struggling against reversals, where V-Trigger 1 mounts you offensive momentum and has great activations to do so. There's a chance that Urian will squirrely dodge or EX headbutt you, or maybe even wake up Ages to get you off of him. So I think 2 could be good here. Depends upon if Carlton has it ready. We'll see.
Yeah, it just depends on how you challenge the mix up. So yeah, it's a sound theory you got there, and we'll see how it comes together in practice.
Yeah. In practice, which is to say in the performance of this match, which is continuing right now, after all the practice they've been putting in for many years with these characters. It's March 26, 2021. Spring is coming, and I
He's doing the same thing. He's got those alpha made abs alongside skill 1, trigger 1.
Classic Birdie in every sense, not just the trigger and skill combo, but even the Street Fighter Alpha appearance.
Yeah, we're taking it as season 1 as we can here. Both players here using skill 1, trigger 1.
That's true.
Armor and the Aegis.
Season 1 DLC against launch and beta characters. Yo,
yeah,
Birdie was like the 4th revealed character in this game.
Yeah, he was.
That's amazing. I think that's
no,
so
he was.
cool.
He was revealed the same time as Cammy at what's E3. They announced him at E3 2015.
Like, oi, y'all want your English is? Here they are. Both of them on that train stage to platform.
Yeah.
Oh, Urian sounded like he was saying something so mean when he does his back rise. I love all these new voice lines. It makes everything really reactable. Hope you're playing with sound cues, though. Otherwise, it might be difficult.
Okay, good block by Carlton Banks there to avoid the overhead with that back roundhouse. Spending a lot of meter, 2 bars there, trying to chase down with the headbutts. No, no damage done there.
Not forgetting that EX Horn is a great movement option for Birdie, who moves so far forward with the armor that comes on frame 1. And moving Urian towards him, grabbing him with an EX chain. Quick startup on that one, great damage. You see it as a combo winner sometimes when Birdie needs to kill.
Within reach, you know, right around here, I would, if I was Carlton Banks, I would start jumping back there. You don't want to let this guy's Aegis get in the conversation. You want to get the hell on out of there. You want to say, you know, I'm going to wait this thing out for a bit. I'm going to, you know, wait for the job market to open up per se. But, okay, Carlton Banks still staying in charge there with that crush counter.
Yeah, you know, nobody likes to see a selfie taken in a dirty mirror. So when Birdie is V-reversal sneezing all over Urian's Aegis mirror, Aegis decided to leave the round right then and there. Crouch Fierce not able to get any mileage thanks to Carlton's very choice V-reversals.
Yeah, just get that thing out of the party, you know? I mean, that's just like, you know, when someone's like, hey, can I come bring my boys? And you're like, oh, man, I don't like his boys, man.
I only invited one of you.
The boys don't wipe their feet when they come in my room, man. They come in the house, you know, that kind of stuff, you know? You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
You sound like a jerk saying it, but they're not the ones.
That's true. We have a finite amount of resources here in our Casa. I mean, the bar is pretty well stocked, but I'm not trying to see Birdie with all of his cronies. The rest of the punks coming out of there. EX Horn on a reaction armor. Single hit. Such a smart tool to use. As you know, you only just release a button to use EX Horn after storing it, so you can react to things with it reliably.
More than Aegis. Good challenge there with the low jab, wiping it out. And will this kill? It does. Carlton Banks evens it up 1-1.
Does so, demonstrating twice consecutively that it is not safe to just think you can V-skill 1 race change right in front of them, right? It's just like, we saw EX head to punish, we saw EX dolphin grab. Every single reactionary response was a true punish, and Carlton did even bigger damage the second time too.
Yeah, the timing of it was great, and every single time he went for those options, the element of surprise was right on his side.
We saw both varieties, flavors of fierce there. Neither of them deterred Carlton, who is fully recovering their gray life. And Can with the backup, making sure Urian doesn't get any Oki off headbutt. A Pyrrhic victory for the Can. Okay.
Oh, combos into that Sriracha cancel is going to lead to a very powerful juggle. V-shift, but still able to dash forward and throw his namesake out there.
Yes.
To get the conversion, the metallic sphere trades with the soda. It's not good for you. Too much sugar.
I'd rather have that evil metallic energy in me than whatever the hell Birdie is drinking. And I don't think it, like, does his drink pair well with the spicy pepper that puts him into V-trigger? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it might be one of those sodas that makes spicy food spicier, like Pepsi.
Ooh.
Oh, he went for the non-EX one too. That's the reactable one.
Yeah, we've seen that twice now. It's never gone well for Carlton. It's continuing to go poorly.
Yeah, throws him out of that armor too. On top of that, that's going to lead to the stun.
Is he headbutt looping? Nah, just a crouch fierce launch. Look out for the air reset though. Oh!
Yeah. Beats lows and throws. Crouch fierce. Advances there, taking it.
That headbutt hit so hard. Counter hit came up on the screen. I didn't know what was going to happen. I feel like Birdie was going to be bald by the end of that one. If he loses his hair, he loses everything. I don't know how much story mode you've all played, but it's Birdie really cares about that piece of blonde Swiss cheese on his head, and it got hit really hard by Urian's head instead. In the process, Carlton goes down to loser's bracket after putting on an excellent performance, losing a game, losing connection, coming right back, and performing to the best of their ability. Representing Birdie, pretty much one of the only Birdie reps we see in the Casa regularly. But he'll always have a place in a room here with us. Same way the rest of you do in the audience. I appreciate it. Each and every one of you, whether you know me or not, whether you're chatting or not. I tend to lurk on some streams sometimes too, so I feel that.
Oh, I lurk too. I definitely enjoy the Lurk. The Lurk is a lot of fun stuff to do. And you get to see some great talent out there and also get to network and put yourself out there and see just what's going on out there, what the people are saying. And likewise, some of the strongest players we got here. We got a Warlord throwing down Mei Lin. Great poison player, great Laura player. Going up against BW Messiah. He's ready to throw down. We saw him earlier.
And last week we heard of him 2-0ing Flux Waves in losers to keep Flux Waves out of top 16. So that was probably the Poison Abigail matchup, which most big body players would assume would be difficult for Abigail. Messiah does not mind. He's the Messiah of this matchup, at least in their ability to beat Flux. So maybe Mylin will fall victim to the same thing, or maybe Mylin has an entirely different game plan and has foreseen all of the ways that Messiah could have possibly beaten Flux and is ready to fight against them.
You're absolutely right there, business. And we're going to see if that's going to factor into Malin's decision making to whether or not to go with Poison. What choice are you going to take going up against this Abigail? Going with Laura. Okay.
I'm with it. Yeah, that's what I would pick too. Abigail is a character who loses to being smothered. Somehow his defensive options, his ability to defend himself in close, very slow.
Oh, they
very
suck.
difficult.
Yeah.
His ability to anti-air also quite difficult. He lost his anti-air jab, much like the rest of the cast. So you have to pick slow normal options like forward pierce or crouch pierce, or V-skill 1 parry.
And Laura's got some nice reach options, especially with that crouch pierce that we saw. They're able to advance or get their confirms, and that's the stun. But not going to have enough meter to get the kill per se.
Oh, only Abigail lives 1100 life.
I told you.
Damn. Good knowledge. I was so ready to commit. But next round, who knows? We might see the real TOD. If everything goes Mylin's way, I'm sure we will. Already a stun sequence mounting once again. We're getting pretty familiar with the right corner.
Staying in front by juggling with that stand fierce and getting that V-skill to go forward. We're going to see back-to-back stuns. And this one, he's got a little bit more meter there. Okay, he's going to slow it down.
And yeah, Mylin not looking to get caught in the victim of a scramble activation, instead opting to take the sweep, which leaves Abigail nice and far away. Although, regardless, the scramble happened, and now Abigail's making damage off of it. V-shift gets fully punished. This is
perfect denied. Now. Yeah, big stun, but the scaling might be a little bit much, business. Might be a little bit too much on the scales.
Yo, unblockable reset. He missed his Abigail punch and then didn't cancel off Fierce, even though he has V-trigger. Oh my god. Got hit by V-reversal. Unfortunate for Messiah.
But the clap comes through. Malin taking it 1-0.
Look, Thunderclap's pretty good for Laura. Allows her to take games in tournament sets without having to do the labor herself with normals. But if only Abigail had not dropped a stun combo, we could have seen some kind of unblockable reset.
Absolutely.
A lot of different ways that things could have gone down with that.
He definitely dropped the ball. Looked like he was going to get something really good cooking out of that corner there. Nothing yet, but let's see because we've seen some excellent adaptations from this Abigail player, but able to really rise up and overcome the challenge. You could see playing some out poking there with the stand strong to start the show.
Yep.
And way out of reach. Yeah, way out of reach. That would have worked like 2 years ago, but not in these times.
So that's why you see a lot of the Abigail players now practicing their low-medium kick confirm. It was nice to see Messiah represent that earlier, straight into EX Abigail punches.
Yeah, right. Excellent. There's that V-skill with the overhead, confirming it, getting that juggle with the fierce elbow, but 1 pixel away from the stun. But now the stun meter's back to being reset. Oh, avoids the command grab, and Mei Lin is on match point.
Zero Neutral is the name of the dojo, and I feel like Mylin may be the prodigal student of that dojo.
See,
it's
the
really
funny part is, yeah, but I watch like All Elite Wrestling. Like it kind of reminds me of these luchadors that go "Cero miedo." I just feel like I see this boy. I see Mei Lin rocking that, getting that V combo there, going low short into that jab. Gonna get that step back though. Oh, throws him in there. I just feel like you're gonna see some jank stuff, and they're like "Cero neutral." And we're seeing that on both sides, man. We got armored specials out there into that cross up. Drop the combo though.
Yes. Okay. So good knowledge right there. Keep that thought on your mind if you're playing Abigail. You can use armor to block and go through V-reversals. Messiah had an opportunity to do that a couple rounds ago and isn't going to find any more this set. It is over. My Lin takes 4 rounds straight, proving themselves to be an adequate speed runner with Laura in the Abigail matchup. And Messiah also speedrunning, leaving the lobby. We saw that notification here on CFN. He left the room. He's going to go get busy down in losers. And hopefully with the
Yeah,
same
he's just focused
ferocity.
on the next round, you know. One thing I
Yeah.
really want to give Malin some props there, credit where it's due, is the excellent precise usage there of the V skill. Saw it just spaced correctly, being put in some great options, and both times 2 for 2 when using it, opened up BBW Messiah into some new avenues of punishment to be discovered, and I liked what I saw there.
Yeah, we saw crush counter conversions as well from V skill overhead from Laura. And we saw it used at the spacings, like you said, where Abigail, as a character who does not have a strong 4-frame punish, a character who doesn't really have any good light fast punish, is especially vulnerable. Because if she's landing far away, outside of the range of crouch light kick, Abigail's next fastest normal is stand light punch. And as soon as he lands that, he pushes the opponent too far for EX punch, and super is his only option. Good luck doing a single light into super, by the way. I hope you've been practicing.
Well, you should be practicing.
Yeah.
Always seeking ways to improve. So it's going to bring us over to our next bout here, which is going to be the K Money Sim God going up against Prophet. So let's see if it's going to see some of that Illuminati action or that yoga drip. Going to take
Yoga
it.
drip. Let me get a promo code on yoga pants to order when I watch a Dulcim player stream. I feel like that product integration, that marketing potential is untapped. So when the FGC really makes it big and the Dulcim clothing line for like real yoga practitioners is available, at me and let me know. I'll be all over that. Wear it while I.
I'm rocking that skull necklace with vibranium.
Oh, what's vibranium?
I don't know. It's some metal from space.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds pretty sci-fi.
It's
Teleporting
a chief economic. It's a chief economic export of
the Illuminati. Supported by Chun-Li, a burger, a banana, Ryu, and a pink bear. That ad doesn't even say Fortnite on it. It's not even clear it's for Fortnite. I don't know who any of those characters are other than Ryu and Chun.
Yeah, 2 of my friends have no idea what that ad is even for.
Yeah.
You're right. It doesn't mention Fortnite.
But
They're just like, are they dancing around with a burger and a bear? What is this business?
Yeah, and a banana. Like, how are we supposed to just know? There's like probably so many people who just keep that ad on for the play money. Holy shit! K-Money's playing V-Skill too.
I love this, especially in fireball battles. If you can get it to wall jump from behind and just get the opponent to face Dulcim fighting 2 fronts, it really does some great.
K-Money's such an innovator. Already resolved to change himself in the face of the patch. Patches are a great time for self-reflection, especially if your character's been nerfed. You're like, you kind of got to find out why, so you explore things that you haven't explored before.
Did you see he just crossed up the V-shift break?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
He flew over that thing.
I had too many words to say about it, so I said none.
My man showing off some... Yo, the K-Money showing off some David Blaine level levitation on that trick right there.
Kelvin Money. Kevin Money. Kurt Money. Whatever his K name is today, it has made him some money so far.
Yeah, or as we refer to it, that yoga drip.
Yes. And he's got V-skill coming. Fireball bouncing. Free approach. Another one loaded. He's gained so much space. Prophet, still trying to fight back to the center line of the stage, is going to cross it with a forward throw. Very narrowly escapes the corner by standing their ground. K-Money, though, with a life lead and just shy of a V-Trigger 1 activation. Dulcim gets a lot to counters, getting hit.
Able to juggle that misspaced, that misjudged dive kick. It was just not a good decision to dive kick there. There was no... He wasn't even aiming for anything. There were, like, the toes were completely, like, 8,000 shoe sizes apart, and now he's going to suffer the wrath of the divine.
You know, it doesn't seem like a bad idea to toss out your toes, just using it as a mobility option. But when Prophet manages to score a retribution so instantaneously, it suddenly proves to be a very bad idea.
Bro,
Only because it didn't work.
that dive kick wouldn't even have counted in horseshoes or like it was just straight punished.
If you remember though, Dalsum can't really walk, and like dashing isn't even as good. So you gotta like move in a variety of ways, and that much I understand. Oh,
What a parry into the lariat, icy hot. He got the Pop Tarts from the freezer and the slide-in toaster. Is that what they call the toaster oven? That's what it is.
yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
You ever put Pop Tarts in a freezer? By the way, they are lit. Do that. Frozen
Yeah,
Pop Tarts are amazing.
Yes, and they don't crumble on you. They're your friend.
Yeah, they don't. They stay in one place. They get the job done. Okay,
K-Money, by the
Profits.
way. Brave,
Prophet-
moving all the way to the -8 EX scale grounded special move, trying to kill Prophet in one go, regardless of confirmability. And I love the bravery. Prophet also wasn't ready to punish it, so K-Money's looking good here. The only enemy of his right now, Gil in front of him in the corner directly behind him. The Grey Life, though, is going to help him. With a little bit more, he can kill maybe with an overhead. An instantaneous one would be good. He still needs more Grey Life, though. He finds it with the V reversal. He can go low to kill, too, don't forget. A throw tag!
Man.
So, what a moment, right? K-Money hesitating, knowing that he's not as plus off the dive kick as expected. Prophet taking the throw regardless, because he probably already would have been overheaded by now if he were to get overheaded. Probably would have been lowered by now already. Might as well just press the throw tech, right? I mean, he's right in front of me. It's not like Dalsum's going to walk away. He's so slow on the ground. And K-Money, I guess, hesitating too.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot more coming out of this fight in the next few rounds. Using that V skill 2 to win that fireball battle. Look at how it pushes Prophet in the corner there. Pushing him back. It's a very annoying V skill. Like,
And it makes Fireball Wars so interesting too.
it absolutely does. It turns the tide.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you let him get away with having like, especially if you let him get away with it where it bounces off the wall. You can't throw projectiles in retaliation.
Imagine Guile V-Skill 1 against Dalsum V-Skill 2. All these layers on projectiles, bouncing around, passing. It's so interesting to imagine, and you know it'll probably happen in this tournament at some point, and maybe it's already happened just off stream. Pyro.
Oh, let's see that retribution, a tail of fire and ice. Can he go the full George R.R. Martin red wedding there? That's guaranteed done at least, but he doesn't have much meter.
Oh, he can kill. It's Dalsum. He's got retribution.
Oh, and he's got just enough with the comet that killed the dinosaurs. Profits on match point, folks.
I thought it was the Ice Age that killed the dinosaurs, according to another villain and another property. A voice.
No, the meteor's way cooler. I mean, like as a kid, you know, you're like Ice Age or the whole like ozone layer and all that stuff. But the meteor, that sounds cool.
It's big,
Like,
simple, and amazing to imagine visually, which is why
exactly.
I like
And me as a kid,
punish.
I imagine Sephiroth like just wiping out the T-Rexes, you know?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Well, they get some time. Sweeping under ice, meaty. Amazing choice of V-Skill 2 Fireball meaty, guaranteeing chip and more mix-ups for K-Money, putting their head back into this game.
Yeah, the air reset there doesn't juggle after the activation, but K-Money spacing perfectly with those dive kicks. Not giving up here, trying to stay in the fight. Got a whole bunch of Yoga Gales there. Storm Season in full effect. Oh, the Yoga Sniper! Not caught! Not happening there. And again, another Comet. Dinos are dead!
Yo, I hate to say it, but when I said he's dead like 10 seconds ago when that overhead got blocked, I really meant it. Like, he obviously did die going for the unsafe option. I think the only way Gil could have killed so reliably is if K-Money did go for the instant overhead, which we hadn't seen used to close out any sets yet, outside of being used as a defensive tool.
Right.
You know? It was
Yeah,
more
we
like
did see it earlier as a defensive tool, like it was used to run away, and it did win K-Money around previously. But right there, when Prophet was able to stand block that, which I don't know if that was a matter of awareness, not a matter of reaction, but just it was a matter of being at the right place at the right time, and you could just see K-Money just floating up in there, like somewhere in the middle of the top 10 anime betrayals.
There were a couple things that Prophet could have been aware of. First, the fact that K-Money was out of range of his first low attempt, so he might have felt a little awkward or self-conscious in that situation and might have felt it too predictable to try and correct the mistake in front of the opponent by trying to go low again. And slide is also unsafe, but it's not unsafe to the extent that you'll be getting hit by crouch fierce full launch into a retribution kill combo, which is what Prophet had on deck the moment K-Money was stuck in the air like that. Felt so bad for him gently floating down into a full death combo afterwards. But I'm sure Prophet felt great about it, and the stream audience enjoyed the drama, no doubt. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Thanks to K-Money for playing some Dalsim out here, showing us V-Skill too. I enjoyed it. It was the first time I'd really seen it used.
Yeah, congrats to Malin and Prophet among the others who have qualified for the top 8, which you will be seeing shortly. In the meantime, I'm going to be signing out. I'm going to check out for the night. But if you want to see more of Team Chris action out there, be sure to subscribe on Twitch TV/Team Chris. Thank you all for having me, though. It's been a great night and a pleasure working with you, Dom and Monkey Business.
Been an absolute pleasure and privilege as well. It was have a delightful day, exceptional evening, and a magnificent morning when you do wake up. Hope Street Fighter's still on your mind because this game has been always on mine for the past week or so. I mean, maybe even 2 weeks. And it's going to stay on your minds. This will stay on the stream. We got more coming right up this way. 2 new commentators, too. Hope you enjoyed the presence. I'm Monkey Business signing out as well. Peace.